What's going on, guys? Gonna do some post-game critique and analysis on my own gameplay. We got an exciting Street Demon game today. Our encounter gives us a powerful golem at the end of stage 4. It could either be an offensive golem, a defensive golem, or a golem that generates gold. They'll have 3 tailored items that fits one of those purposes. We get dropped an Echo and a lot of Street Demons here, so we already have a solid Street Demon opener. I'm going to look for other champions that could complement it. I should have probably picked up this Alistar, but there's a little slight mistake on my part. We end up picking up the next one, get Street Demon in. And sometimes, if you put an active trait in at this stage, one of your augments could potentially be tailored for it, so, or you're more likely to have it tailored for that, so I like to activate the synergy as soon as possible. I don't really like the idea of either of these other augments, but I already have a Crown Guard in my inventory, and Echo does really well with AP and armor, since he is an AP frontliner. His his heal and his damage both scale well with AP. So, Crown Guard is an excellent item for him. I don't want to slam the HP belt just yet because there's a lot of AP carries you want to play with Street Demon, either Zyra, Yumi, or Brand throughout the game. So I potentially want a Nashor's Tooth, so I'm not slamming the HP belt just yet. We won the first round, and I feel like my board's not that strong, but it could win, so I decided to just level up here, see if I can keep the win streak going. I wanted to stay a low level to finish out my 1 costs, my Mundo and my Zyra, make sure I get them upgraded, but we're going to be level 4 next turn anyways, so just decided to level up then. I'm still pretty unfamiliar with the set, it's still PBE, so I need to plan out my teams well in advance. I think Yumi's a little bit stronger than Seraphine here because she buffs my whole team instead of just my Zyra. I get the cloak here to start supplementing all the armor I have with the Crown Guards. I want to definitely build a Dragon's Claw to cover all of my bases. Yeah, my opponents aren't playing very strong, so get some easy wins throughout the stage, even though we weren't able to keep the streak up. Yeah, I could have had an Alistar 2 here, but whatever, no big deal. Same thing, we have a one win streak, so want to see if I can keep it up into the minion round. This guy's playing Cypher, so it's an easy win. So at this point with the Crown Guards and my setup, I'm pretty confident about going into Street Demons because Nico could also use the Crown Guards very well. I just have to make sure I get AP items because Brand is a magic damage carry. So if I were to get stuck with a lot of AD items here, I may have transitioned. Trying to figure out what to do with my items. And then I realized there's a frickin' Brand in my shop. Super low % chance to hit it, super lucky hit, the exact 4 cost I need. I'm broke, so I don't level up right away, but items are going on Brand. There's that Nashor's I was talking about. This Negatron cloak that's on my bench right now, since it's highlighted, that means it's going to switch every round. It's going to be treated like Pandora's items. So I'm not going to reforge it, not going to slam it, just going to Wait till it turns into something more desirable. These crown guards are doing work on Echo right now. Definitely winning me all these fights. Let's see. Yeah, none of these augments look that great. I don't know what item I would want multiple copies of. Yeah, those silvers just aren't that great, but I like to have my fun, so we go with the all that shimmers. Get a nice gold generating artifact. It gives me some power. I think at this point in the game, since I'm streaking and my board is powerful, I would have preferred a stronger combat augment, but there was nothing that great, so this will be just fine. I throw it on Brand just so he casts a little bit faster. It's not the best item on him since he spends so much time casting in his animation, but it'll do for now since I don't have 3 items on him. Yeah, with this Brand, I'm able to just run over these next couple of fights. Street Demon time. And boom, another Brand. Disgusting. Super lucky. This time I had slightly more odds, but it's still ridiculously low odds to hit that. Less than 1% to hit Brand specifically. So, insane luck this game already. We have a Rod on our bench now, and that's what I've been looking for. I want to slam an Archangel Staff because I have a pretty powerful front line. These Crown Guards are going to buy me a lot of time, and I'm planning on buying that defensive golem when I get the choice. So I'm going to have a very strong front line. They're going to stall out a long time, so the Archangel Staff is good because it scales up and it'll allow me to win those fights after a long time. Still trying to figure out my endgame team. I'm thinking about getting extra techies in since I'm playing around Brand, but none of them are really that useful. Mordekaiser's always good, he's a great splash unit, but besides that, there's no one I really want. No one that gives me good synergies, and I'm not going to have items to put on any other techies, so I'm thinking about just keeping it to just Zyra and Brand right here. And yeah, the Archangels will give me all the AP I need if I allow the fights to go long enough. So I'm going to focus on building up my front line right now. As you can see, I'm pacing. I'm a lot stronger than these guys. I've gotten lucky with the Brands, but I've also been able to level up and hit some upgraded units. I'm just hanging on to the Gragas right now because he gives me Divinicorp if I get him leveled up, but I don't think he's better than Alistar right now at level 1. I do a last minute level up here just to get a teensy bit stronger, but mainly so I could be level 7 going into the creep round and the round after, just to have a chance to see some better shops. Hopefully get that last Brand or something else good. I think I make a mistake here with my itemization. I think the best move would be to make a jeweled gauntlet and put it on Brand, because that would increase his damage output more than the Morellonomicon that I build on him. Morellonomicon's still a decent item, but I also decide to build a red buff, and that's 2 burn items. You don't really need 2 burn items on your team, but I guess the items made sense to me in the moment. They're decent items, just not optimal. I could have also built a Last Whisper, but we'll get by. I'm building AD items on Jinx right now because I want to build up items for Samira when I get her. She's going to be my second carry once I get level 9. This burn really helps me take out this giant Cho'Gath here. I wouldn't have been able to kill him without it. I don't have a ton of tanky frontliners, so Epitaph's not that good. I don't have a ton of 1 or 2 costs, so Little Buddies is out. I just decided to go with health as well since I'm lacking Omnivamp. I have no healing items, and I would like to have a little bit of sustain on my backliners. We're getting super lucky with these brands. I don't think we would have been able to streak this hard if we didn't hit them when we hit them. But we're getting rich. We're staying healthy. I'm just starting to think about how we're going to finish out this board. What's going to be my cap? What's going to be my, win scenario? I'm not entirely sure yet, but I hit another brand. And I'm so rich and so ahead, I'm starting to think it's going to be a Brand 3 game. I'm rolling a little deep here because I wanted to find a Nico to get 7 Street Demon. But I hit enough decent upgrades to where I say that's enough. I don't want to roll any lower. I want to keep my econ healthy. This Echo should be a lot tankier now that he's leveled up. I think we got just enough upgrades to win this fight. Keep the streak going a little longer. I do not know how this Xayah with a bow got by. I would pick that any day of the week. At least deny it, but somehow I was able to get it still. It's kind of a throw on the lobby's part. I've thrown the strategist because Rengar's really not doing much for me. He's a decent unit, but I'd rather buff the rest of my really strong units with the extra strategist. Nothing going on right now, just trying to get my econ back up. I'm definitely going to level 9 because I'm super healthy, super rich, and there's no sense in me trying to roll for anything else since I already have brand 2-star. I'd really only be looking for Nico at this level, but it's kind of unnecessary. I'm already strong, so I'm just going to save up, go for level 9. This guy is a Vayne 3. Not the best build on her, but he has a decent frontline too, and we're just not able to break through it before he breaks through ours. And we finally lose our streak. Oh well. Back to 50 gold. We just got our extra gold from our augment. Just got our golem. Just got a Nico. We're back on track already. Let's see. Yeah, I think I made another mistake there. I felt like I had too much armor with my 2 crown guards already, and I wanted to balance it out by getting some extra magic resist in the build, and the little bit of health that Stoneplate gives you. But considering I have the crown guard augment, I probably should have just built another crown guard there. Oh well. Whew, the Jinx is putting in work. She actually ended up doing more than the brand 2 this fight. Seven Street Demon. Trying to figure out my positioning here. I want to get value from the crown guards, so I want those 2 units with them to get targeted first. But since Echo has the Ionic Spark, I want him to survive a little bit longer as well, so I want him to get crown guard value, but I also don't want him to get killed right away, so I don't really know exactly where to position him right now. I think my Mundo positioning was a little bad there, because he kind of just died right away when I could have been getting Stoneplate value from my Nico. So I think I'm moving back next round. Yeah, this guy's team is just a little too humongous for me. That Cho'Gath may look like he has 0 health, but he probably has like 60,000. Alright, maybe like 16,000, I don't know. He has a lot of health. Again, still don't really know exactly where I want my Echo. I think I have faith in him to survive, so I'm just going to leave him in the front. Maybe I can get a 3rd defensive item for him soon. And this is exactly what I'm worried about. This guy has 2 AD carries that are going to target my Echo right away. And I'm not going to be able to get value from that Ionic Spark. Not too much. But my team's OP, so win the fight anyways. Let's go for an adaptive because it's the only defensive item. I just want to finish up items on my Echo. I don't know why I'm thinking about who I'm going to put it on right now. Oh yeah. I make another blunder here. I'm thinking about what the most optimal itemization is going to be for these guys. And then I backtrack, decide I already like my Nico items. And I just wasted 2 magnetic removers. But, oh well. Don't need them too much right now. I'm going to want to put these Jinx items on Samira, but it's fine for right now since Jinx is leveled up and Samira isn't. And I'm not going to want the Gambler's Blade on Samira, ultimately. So I'd rather just keep Jinx with 3 items for right now. I do not know why I decided to sell the Jinx there. Maybe just being impatient? I don't know. I'm not worried about finding her again to level her up, finding 2 more copies, but there's really no point in me selling her right there. It's kind of just a impatient play. But who knows? Samir did do a good job this round, so maybe it was the right play. Big Cho ain't shit. Street demon time. We keep rolling with the brands. I'm scouting around right now, see if anybody else is holding on to any brands. See if I'm trying to see if I'm clear to go for the 3-star. I didn't see any other brands on any boards, so I think I'm going to stay at level 9 and roll right now, even though I'm rich enough to go to level 10. I think I'm better off rolling. These Kobukos would be what I would put in at level 10. Gives me Bruiser and Cyber Boss, extra front line, so my brand can scale. That's what I would put in at level 10, but I'm still on the fence about it at this point. Staying level 9 and rolling, I'm kind of just looking for Samira and chasing Brand. It's pretty unlikely that I hit just in general, but I have a pretty good shot this game, so it's definitely an option. I think I ultimately decide that Kobuko's just not going to be enough to set me over the edge to cap me out as high as I can. And I just keep hitting brands, so I decide I'm staying level 9. I'm rerolling, trying to hit brand 3. I guess this Kobuko's still tempting me, but yeah, pretty sure it's the right play to just roll for brand 3 here. So this guy has a very powerful Zed and some other backline access. So he's a little scary. He was able to kill my brand before he finished off the rest of my front line, so that's a little sketchy right now. I don't have any healing on him. I think the optimal build for brand should involve a Hex Tech maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe not. But yeah, in this scenario, with a strong Zed on the enemy team, I definitely want some more defense on him right now. Do some rolling. Snag a last minute Samir 2. It's probably lucky that we hit that because I'm pretty sure we still lose this fight. That Zed is just being a menace on my brand in the back line. But yeah, he just got taken down before he could even get that third ult. I killed just enough units to survive here with 5 health. I think my opponent made a mistake right here. He should know that the only way that I win these fights is if my brand survives. And there's only one healing item on the board. So, easy pick for me. I'm going to take off the Morellonomicon and put the Bloodthirster on in its place, just to guarantee he survives. We roll. We roll. I should have sold the Ziggs 2 here instead of the Ziggs 1 so I could have more money in case I missed, but thank God we hit. Big brand 3. Throw the Bloodthirster on him to guarantee he survives. And I'm feeling pretty good about this fight. I guess I'm getting complacent or arrogant because I forgot to slam the Morellonomicon back on Ziggs or somebody else. But shouldn't be that big of a difference anyways. Samir gets chunked. But this brand is just putting in work. Almost 30,000 damage. Absolutely disgusting. Street demon time. This guy's admirable for staying in. I guess he's switching around his Z items, trying to see if that's going to make a difference. But yeah, he got kind of cooked last fight, so admirable for staying in the game. But I think it's Jover. Finally remember to put the Morellonomicon back on. And this will be the last fight. Oh, he took the items offset and put them in someone else. That's interesting. This fight looks pretty dicey right now, but huge Brandle, huge healing, stays alive, cleans up, GG. Nobody says GG on PBE, but GG. It's a first, boys. Thanks for watching.